So it's really like COVID time. Now, mind you, like, they're sending everybody home around this time, like in groups or whatever. I keep telling them I don't want to go home. Mind you, they don't know I'm in a 2-bedroom apartment with 6 kids. I already don't go nowhere. Like, I'm literally a homebody. So for you to put me home and I have my kids, that is, I already knew, like, I'm gonna go stir crazy because I don't be going to friends' houses. I don't do all of that. I'm home all the time. My getaway is literally work. And to get away from all the stress I'm going through at home because I'm a single parent, I go to work to relieve myself, to have some, even though it's work, but I still have that where I'm Ludi. I'm not mommy. I'm just Ludi. I'm just me. So they ended up sending everybody home. I'm the last cluster that goes home. So I'm home, and this is when I start doing my schoolwork. And I'm getting ready to move and start packing. And mind you, it was hell in that apartment too, because the toilet kept getting stocked up every other 2 weeks, and then to the point where I had to call a plumber, like pay out of my own pocket. And they said that the reason why the toilet was getting stocked up was because the roots from the tree was starting to puncture the pipes, and that the owner needs to come out and replace the whole piping. So you can imagine, like, my toilet is being stocked up every 2 weeks. Then I have all these kids running around because school is completely shut down. Then I'm at working from home. Then I'm also going to school. And then I got to get prepared to buy this house. All of a sudden, like, I keep catching these, like, fevers. Like, it would always happen, like, on the weekend, like towards Friday, Thursday, or Friday, to the point where I can't get up. So I'm like, damn, did I catch COVID? I don't even be around people like that. How did I catch COVID? So then 2 days later, the fever would break. So then I'm back to normal. Then another 2 weeks, it'll happen again. I'll get tired. I'll be hot. I'll just get really weak for like Thursday, Friday into the weekend, and then Monday my fever would break, and then I would get back to normal. Mind you, I'm thinking, like, maybe because I'm not drinking enough water, because Nancy, she had that problem too, where she wasn't drinking enough water because of the surgery, and that would leave her dehydrated. So I was on water like all the time, so I couldn't understand why I wasn't getting better. So you can imagine, like, I'm not understanding what's going on, and I'm thinking, like, but I knew it wasn't COVID because, like, it would happen like every 2 weeks. It wasn't like how they were saying, like, how COVID, you were down and out for like weeks and stuff like that, because I think there was a couple of people around that time that ended up catching it, and then that either was at the job, or I know Tasha ended up catching it. She was telling me how I think Junior and Jessica ended up catching it. So I already knew, like, what they were feeling. Like, I wasn't. It was like I would get the fever and then I would get weak, but I didn't have like all the cold symptoms. So a couple of weeks go by, I get a DM from Facebook. And mind you, like I said, I start from when I'm little. So I think I said it in the video, one of the videos, when I was talking about my adolescence, like my high school years, where I had a crush on a boy, and I went to his house, and his mom kind of basically ripped me a new one. And that's what made me stop trying to do things for dudes to like me. He pops back, and I said he pops back up into the story. This is where he popped back up. I'm gonna call him Scrappy, because to me he looked like little Scrappy. But yeah, so he messages me, mind you, like, since I moved to Tampa, and he found out that I moved to Tampa, like, he would always jump in my DMs and like flirt with me and tell me like when he's in town and stuff like that, I would flirt back. But it was nothing. I ain't really take him serious like that because I still held that little trauma. So when I was at his house or whatever, we didn't end up doing nothing. But it was just a simple fact his mom found and then like was telling me like I should be ashamed of myself. She was just doing all of that. So I didn't really take him seriously. I'll just flirt back just to flirt back. So when he jumps in my DM, he was like, "Oh, I want to send my condolences." He says something. Oh yeah, he says, "I want to send my condolences. I heard about." He says the first person I had children with. He was like, "I heard that his mom passed and he's not doing too well." So I looked at this, I'm like, hold up. How? Like, around this time, like, if you didn't know me from, like, the beginning, you wouldn't know what my baby, the first person I had children looked like, what his name was, nothing like that. So I ended up, like, messaging him back, and I was like, why are you telling me that? And how do you know the first person I had children with? Because a lot of people don't know who he is. And he messaged me back. He was like, "Oh, me and you used to talk and everything, and me and him started doing business together." That's when my head was like, yeah, the little bit of cuteness that he had left just completely went out the door. Just completely went out the door. When he said that, he was like, "Yeah, we tried to do business a couple of times, and I know I've been trying to talk to you, but I heard that his mom passed, and I heard that he's not doing too well and not taking it too well." So I was like, "Oh, well, you need to be sending those condolences to him, because I have nothing to do with that. I don't understand why you're inboxing me about his mom." I was like, if you wanted to say hi to me, you could have just said hi. And I haven't seen this man in over, like, by this time it was like 10 years. So I don't understand why you coming to me about it. And then he was like, "Oh, he didn't know. He knows that we had children together, and he knows that he just wanted to send his condolences," which I thought was very weird.